Hey everybody, it's Felix. In this video we're going to look at every single touch of the disc that Johnny Bansfield had for Machine against PoNY in the 2019 US semi-finals. In the first point of the game, Bansfield is on as chase in the zone, and he touches the disc but not in the usual way. You can see him pouncing here, trying to get the layout point block. Keegan gets the disc back, and the pounce is actually successful this time, but Keegan's made a call on the play. If you look at the replay, it looks like Bansfield gets the disc cleanly without touching Keegan's hand, but Keegan says he felt contact on the shoulder and the upper arm, and if you look at the replay again with that in mind, you can understand what he means. Bansfield goes to observer, and Mitch Dengler rules that Bansfield's first touch of the disc in this game was just after a foul. At 4-4, Bansfield catches reset pass. He could throw on the open side, he's got a couple of very open options, but he's not bothered. He's going to throw a 70-yard flick to the end zone where he's got Kurt Gibson and Joe White running it down. Jeff Babbitt puts in a bid, but White makes the catch and it gets Machine pumped up. At 6-5, he's on offense being marked by Grant Lindsley, who puts a layout D bid in here. He gets the disc on the line and again sends a 70-yard flick to the end zone. This time Nathan Goff runs it down for the score. Just after the half, he touches the disc for the fourth time. Again, he's on defense marking Chris Kocher. Puts in a fantastic layout bid, but Kocher manages to reel it in. PoNY turn over a couple of passes later in the same point. Kurt Gibson gets the disc, and Bansfield's going deep, so Kurt just throws it the length of the field. Bansfield goes up, skies Chris Kocher incredibly, brings the disc back to the front of the end zone, and finalising his fifth touch of the disc in the game, he throws another score. So far that's 5 touches in the game. 2 of them have been layouts on defense, 2 of them have been full field flick hucks, and this was the 5th, getting over Chris Kocher and then throwing his 3rd assist. Machine are in a comfortable lead when Bansfield touches the disc for the 6th time. Again he winds up and he fakes it. Let's go back and see what happened. He's got one cutter going deep on the far side who Keegan is covering quite closely, but on the open side here Harper Garvey's man has got lots of separation, and Harper, whilst the disc is in the air on the way to Bansfield, calls a switch with the deeper teammate. This deep switching defense by PoNY is stopping the long shots from Machine. Machine are playing a more patient game, but they're not actually generating more flow or eating up the yardage. With this comfortable lead, maybe they're going to use some players around the back now to generate movement and open up holes in the PoNY defense. Kurt Gibson calls a timeout to chat about it, and can you guess what they come out with after the timeout? Bansfield sets up in the middle of the stack, his 2 teammates behind him split and come under, bringing their defenders with them. Bansfield fakes under and goes deep on Grant Lindsley. Kurt Gibson throws the backhand length of the field. Bansfield juggles it, catches it once, ground contact pops it out, he catches it a second time, looks up and with instant reactions throws his 4th assist of the game. What a ridiculous game he had. Pretty much every touch of the disc was a big play. There was that one point where they passed it around at the back a bit, but they ended up calling a timeout and he just went deep from that. That has to be one of the most ridiculous individual performances I've ever seen. For more on the impact of the other star players in this game, as well as analysis of all the scores and all the turnovers, check out my series currently in the Ultra-World Film Room. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you again soon.
What finish, what composure there from Bansfield, who's been a true game breaker all night long for Machine.